They could be a lot more efficient. And I understand they don't want stories of, somebody looked into my stuff from Coinbase. But
what does that sound like, bro? Regular traditional financial system. Slow. Like, bro, this
I beg you guess what percentage of market share Coinbase had in November. Just random number. Just throw me out random numbers.
30%?
20%?
20%. Bro, 6.9%, bro.
I check my Coinbase portfolio more than I check my girl, fam. Bro, like, what do you mean?
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
I was part of the early Bitcoin community in 2009 and an active member of the Bitcoin Talk forum. I'd accumulated tens of thousands of Bitcoin at one point, but lost most of it playing Satoshi dice. Fast forward, I totally disconnected from crypto for years up until 2021. To this day, I've never told anyone in my family or friends circle that I could have been a multi-millionaire or borderline billionaire. It's my deepest secret because right now I'm a factory worker in my 40s, barely getting by. I have no Bitcoin left. Would you hear this?
What's up, man? This guy. Oh my gosh, I'm actually really rich and I'm keeping it secret because I'm embarrassed. I hear the pain, but
They're not actually rich though.
What, you start rich, fam?
I know. I hear the pain, but at the end of the day, bro, if you're out, man. We all had Bitcoin when Bitcoin was, 3 digits, 4 digits, but right now it's 5, 6 digits, and we're still in the game. Why'd you come out the game, bro? You were a factory worker. You could have been investing whatever you could have. I bet this is one of the dons here that smokes cigarettes on his weekends and like buys vapes, and always has peas for his box of fags. Hey, listen, I'm just saying, there's sacrifices to be made in it.
No, you telling the truth, bro.
No. You're spot on, Rick. You're absolutely spot on. But where I don't feel sympathy for him is where he said he had the 10,000 Bitcoin. Because I think most times the best traders are usually not day traders. If you look at cumulative P&L, if you're trading every single day versus someone that just makes a trade, forgets about it, like, bro, your P&L will be freaking crazy. Imagine if he bought the Bitcoin, you're part of society. You know what it was. If you just bought the Bitcoin, didn't do nothing, and just went about your life, ran about your regular average life, and then you're hearing in 2017, Bitcoin is 20K, Bitcoin is 60K. That would have been a great little entry to kind of come in, bro. You gambled it away on Satoshi dice, bro. That's where the sympathy kind of goes out the window, fam, because essentially you're a gambler, fam. And I know decent traders that are also gamblers too, but don't give us a substance about how you gambled it away. You could have been in shoulda, woulda, coulda. No one cares about that, fam. You know what I mean? Like, the amount of time, you want to know the amount of ETH I sold at dirt cheap, fam. I sold, fam.
But you
sold the only one.
Gambled it.
Well, that's the problem. It's the same thing.
Man said selling it and gambling is the same thing.
No, it is the same thing. Personally, to me, it's the same thing.
Well, you at least you got something for it. He got nothing. He's completely out the game. Yeah, I don't feel any sympathy for this guy though. You made your decision. Obviously, to have the foresight to know that it will become what it is one thing. Obviously, none of us
But he did it.
could have accurately predicted that would have been the case. He could have hoped, he could have had an inclination. But his mistake was not even the gambling away the Bitcoin at the time. Even though that is a mistake, but that wasn't the biggest mistake. Because people have like got early entries back in the day and lost it. But coming out of the game completely, that was your biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Because I predict he's probably around maybe 2012, 2013, 14, around that time, which is, under a grand or around that area. If you had stuck it out to, 2016, 2017, you might have caught the ETH ICO, you might have been, done some things in altcoins, built your bag back up. Even if you had just stuck to Bitcoin, you still would have done okay.
You look on out great, fam. You look on out great. What are you talking about?
Still. Let's go on to the next one. Had over 700 sold last summer and sold at the bottom. While I spend my profits on IRL things, and thought I can catch the market before pump. I didn't. I was saved by dupe airdrop, which was 60K. Wow, you got more than me. I only got $800. And gambled it all away on shares and gambling on chain. Had some wins on some memes, but still down bad. No sub story here. Yalla. I can't stop and won't stop until I get it all back.
Bro, brother. I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately with these meme confessions, but there's only two words to describe man like this, bro. Exit liquidity, bro.
Yo, not even exit liquidity, market liquidity, fam. That's what this is, fam. Because, bro, if you just held that 60K dupe and just started investing, DCAing daily, spending, I don't know, $500, $20 a day, or whatever you can afford, you'll be up. You'll be definitely be in 6-digit portfolio right now. But nope. Everybody wants to be a gambler. Everyone wants to make fast money. Everyone thinks they can do it, fam. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop gambling. Stop gambling. Stop gambling. God.
That's the lesson of the day. Because boy, yeah, for you, my friend, you had 2 chances of life. Most people only get 1, and you fumbled both of them. You fumbled both of them. You had 700, and then you thought, okay, I'm gonna ball out. I'm gonna spend this and that. Okay, you wanna take a little bit off the table, no problem. You spent all of it. Okay,
Wow.
you were still in the game, so I'll give you that credit. And you were saved by the dupe airdrop that unexpectedly landed in your account. Boom!
Oh, so unexpected.
60 bags. And then what did you do? You just went into random coins and just started.
Went into the dumpster, fam. Went to the dumpster.
And he went into the back alley, bro. You just started. I just started handing his soul back to the market. So hey, but I'll give you one thing: he's not quitting, so he might bounce back.
No, I like his mentality. But it's still nails though. Because think about it right now, yeah. With this kind of start, whether you have the 60K dupe airdrop, which is worth right now today 60K, or the 700 soul, which is worth almost 160K today. That's a great starting point in this point in the market, which, like, we're going to talk about it, but, like, the market is about to go crazy right now. So, yeah, it's an L, man, but I like his mentality because most people just throw their hands and give up. So, yeah, I like his mentality
still. Well, welcome back to the Crypto Flip Podcast. I'm your host, Paris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Ricardo and Deji. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. It's very important because it helps us make some new episodes and get on guests. And also, if you leave a review, you might be one of the first people to see something that we're working on, which should be out in a few weeks. So, where should we start? I think the only place to start is the Great Shakeout, which is what I'm calling it.
Yes.
So, there was mass liquidations. There was loads of red candles everywhere. I'm seeing double-digit reds. 813. Is that million? Yeah, 813 million was liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in only 60 minutes. And yeah, it was a bloodbath, effectively. In many alts, Bitcoin was down slightly. And I think the total crypto market cap was down like nearly 9%, I believe, on the day. Which is interesting because normally when I see these shakeouts, it's
bloodier, fam.
Well, it's bloodier, but like the total crypto market cap isn't normally down as much, but it's obviously disproportionately affecting alts. But yeah, what do you guys make of it? Did you sell your bags?
Let me jump.
Rick, did you sell your bags, Rick?
I didn't sell shit. So when I looked, it was a total of 1.5 billion liquidated yesterday. And over the weekend, there was 1.74 bags liquidated. Sorry, 1.74 billion liquidations. The reason why we don't see markets moving downwards as much based on the share like size of the liquidation, we don't see total market cap going down, is because these are liquidations from people longing and shorting, bro. These are people margin trading.
Yeah.
So obviously spot bags got hit, but spot bags did not get hit like how fucking liquidations got hit. Imagine Donny's had 20x longs on fucking Ripple, and Ripple drops 20%. Bro,
Yo, come on.
wipe
Come on.
out.
Wiped out, done. If that's the only trade, that's like the only skin in the game. You're
You trade
finished.
The amount of newbies in the market is ridiculous, bro. There's dons doing cross leverage 20x.
Cheap.
And they ain't even, they got like mad stop losses. They just don't understand. Like when you get wiped out and you have cross leg, bro, it's game over. And yeah, man, you got Donnies coming out. You got Donnies out here just dwindling away. I'm looking forward to some of those confessions coming up.
Oh, that's coming up. That's coming up.
But I'm not
Loaded.
gonna lie. Obviously I've got some leverage positions open, and the same positions I see over the weekend, like in ETH doing well for me. Looking at that last night, man's all 4-figure down. It was mad still, I'm not gonna lie, but you know it didn't touch 5, so is this a win? But yeah, the temptation
Did you get liquidated?
nah.
It's not that bad then.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, bro, what I'm focused on now is the bounce back, and the bounce back started. For everyone that basically anything that you bought yesterday and today is the 11th of December, yeah. So anything that you bought on the 10th of December between the hours of, let's say, 6 to 10 GMT PM, like you're probably up right now. And depending on what you bought, you could be 20 or 30% up. And depending on if you hit leverage, you could be tens of percents, hundreds of percents up from where we were last night. So I just think right now the market's in a place where it's going to shake Donnies out, and it's going to continue to shake Donnies out. And as it shakes Donnies out, I know we're holding strong, but because we can see the long term, but it just goes to show the amount of short-term players in the market right now.
Yeah.
Usually, that's usually people that kind of come in. These people that are getting flushed out are usually people that basically they've just started, they thought they could leverage trade and they're getting wiped out. I think anyone that has any right sense of mind, if you had exposure to the market via leverage, if you're on spot, you're completely fine. Because regardless, as long as you don't sell, you don't lose. So I think these things, I love it because essentially, so imagine a world where we have a spot Bitcoin ETF, Ethereum, a Bitcoin president, and you have all these. And then you have all these other like factors, like you have the war kind of like being stabilized now, and like we have more and more countries coming out trying to back Bitcoin as a strategic like reserve hold. Like if you're on the spot, you're completely fine. Like you know what I mean? There's so much more to this burrows coming, and then if you're in leverage and you haven't exited it, when you realize, bro, I saw on the funding heat map here, there were people paying up to 70%, 80% to fund their leverage trade. Like the level of greed was ridiculous, bro. The heat map was so red, like it wasn't like literally, bro. Like it was there. Like there were traders that called for this dump, and it happened. And this is good because it's a healthy pullback, a healthy flush. You know what I mean? Because bro, the way the market was moving, literally hunting for stop losses below and above. If you had any trade in between and any sizable trade, dude, you are finished. You are finished. So luckily, obviously, we were covered in it. Like, you know what I mean? We had some nice shits going on. And obviously, mostly, my position is mostly in spot. So, like, this didn't affect me at all, fam. I was looking for new entries. You know what I mean? I was buying up the blood. You know what I mean? Bama, Sui, Bama, Solana. Like, dude, like, this market is not over. I know a lot of people on there. I saw some on X. I saw a lot of traders saying, yeah, I saw my Bitcoin on 100K. I think this is it for the market. I'll buy back at below 40 grand. I was like, what? If some dust trading on some no-name traders, man. Because first of all, show me your P&L, fam. Show me these 100K Bitcoin that you sold before you just running it. Like people just love to talk online and create threads and cringy the threads as well. Because I'm like, bro, who cares about what you have to say, bro? Just do what you want to do. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to tell us something that we already know. So at the end of the day, yeah, some people actually sold because they felt like the market's over. And I can see that. You know what I mean? This December was always going to be one or two things. So they're either going to be a moon thing, which will be concerning for Jan, because that means that's going to be that's always a month for Ethereum anyway. But December is always a choppy month. So if you knew that and you positioned yourself properly in November, you took some profit, and you didn't overextend yourself using leverage, then you're good. So this was healthy in my opinion. And now if you look at the liquidation map again, the analyzed rate of funding now has gone down to 1%, 2%, which is good. You know what I mean? It's actually average on Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's actually less than 2%, which is good. You know what I mean? But up until a week ago, dude, up until like the 5th of December, 6th, it was really, really crazy. And that's when the correction started coming in. So yeah, it was good. And then I'm more bullish in the market than ever.
Yeah, I think there's so many bullish catalysts that if you decided to sell your bags, you're only gonna, cry later when it really, really pumps. Because I was seeing some people online saying, "Oh yeah, things are looking like toppy. Like I'm gonna sell my bags, this, that, and the other." And I even put out a tweet out next saying, "Look, this is not the end of the bull run," and I'm standing by that. We still have some time to go. Obviously, you can never really call the top, but for me, this is definitely not the top. I think we'll probably hit maybe 120, 150 in terms of Bitcoin, and then alts will do what alts do, and then memes are obviously going to do a lot better. But yeah, I think if anything, maybe a local top, maybe consolidate until like January, and then afterwards we go for an explosive run. That's possible as well. I'm not counting that out. But to say that this is the end of the bull run, I think is just foolish.
One more thing I want to add to that as well is I think if I don't know if you don't notice this, and I think you guys will have noticed it, like you get to realize what I'm going to say now. Usually, the day around related to the FOMC meeting, there's usually like veteran traders, they like to rebalance and de-risk their portfolio, which means if they're up on a P&L like some crazy percentage, they're gonna take some top up. Like even if like now we have all the catalysts in front of us, they'll just de-risk, they'll take some profit, and then you might feel like that's another correction. No, it's just people taking profit, and that's healthy. That's what normal traders should do. When you are over leveraged to your neck, you got a loan on your house, you're never gonna spot your leverage, dude. Of course you're the one sweating. I mean, these guys that are most in the spot, investing millions, of course they will take profit leading up to CPM, they're not CPI, but that's the FOMC meeting. So every time there's one coming up on the 17th to 18th of December, there'll probably be, I don't think we're gonna go back to new all-time highs right now. I honestly think probably that will happen towards the end of December and pump crazy into next year. And like it will be suicidal for you to sell. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin pulls back to 84 grand. That's another entry, fam. You know what I mean? But that's just dreams. You know what I mean? That would be lovely. But yeah, I mean, I'm not selling my Bitcoin until it's 115 plus minimum.
Yeah, can't really argue with that. A story that's been really brewing online, and that's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while because it's been getting louder and louder, and I have been calling about this for ages. And we need to have the discussion. Is Coinbase a cancer to crypto? Now, the reason why I asked this question is because for me personally, I haven't used Coinbase in years. The moment I realized I didn't want to use Coinbase was when I saw that they were sending hundreds of thousands of customers to HMRC, and I was like, wow, what's going on here? So I was like, okay, cool. That was the final straw for me. And we're not even talking about the customer support or the fact that it goes down every time there's a pump and you can't buy. And it's just, there's so many silly things. Or the fact that, they don't have as many assets as, Binance or some of these other ones. I could keep going on. There is obviously some good things about it, but some of the bad things just outweighed it for me personally. And now, recently in this bull run, a lot of people have been speaking. So much so that Coinbase himself have had to respond. But let's see exactly what the people have been saying first. So there is a trader called the Bullish Trader, and I believe like over $100,000 of his is locked up on Coinbase, and he's been getting a lot of traction. And there's numerous other people who have said the same thing or similar sorts of things. Like it's been 6 months, it's been 3 or 4 months, and they've provided all the information that that's been required. Some people have either moved places or use VPNs or whatever, and then your account's like restricted, and there's no change in sight. So, it's on all the news sites and everyone is like really, really concerned. And Coinbase have just said, oh, this is effectively, a security measure. We've saved people from losing money, blah, blah, blah. They've obviously tried to put a positive spin on it, but really and truly, is it positive? And, how do you guys view this?
I got some bars for this.
So do I.
So, obviously, I understand the angle they're coming from, because now that crypto is at $100,000, everyone and their dog are talking about it, and people are now starting to log back into their account. But along with that, there's also a lot more scammers, like publishing a lot more fake websites, doing a lot more fake pages, all that type of stuff to get people to basically capitalizing on the hype. And scams are at the highest that they've ever been, just because the price of crypto total market cap is the highest it's ever been. And what Coinbase have said is there's been a record number of people getting their accounts, claiming that their account's been hacked, because of all the extra scams. And when I looked at the measures that they put in place, basically all these people that have their accounts locked out, what Coinbase are saying is that these are people that have logged in to like a brand new place. So more people are starting to use VPNs. They haven't logged in for like 3 years. They used to live in Arizona, now they live in Michigan. They used to live in Hong Kong, now they live in Bangladesh. I don't know. And so what I'm saying is they're basically just like, we're going to be as careful as possible. And so your account will get locked down for 28, 24 or 48 hours if you log in from a new location. But here's the deal, bro. Here's the deal. None of that shit matters, yeah? Because when you look at the total market share, and this is from CoinGecko, so top 10 central exchanges by market share in November 2024, last month, sorry. Bearing in mind, a lot of people got locked out of their account and still are battling Coinbase to get in. I beg you guess what percentage of market share Coinbase had in November. Just random number. Just throw me out random numbers.
Out of all the exchanges?
Yeah, as a percentage.
Market share. 30%?
That makes sense.
20%?
20%. Bro, 6.9%, bro. Coinbase
No
are a
way.
small fish now, my guy.
Wow.
Swapbit and Bybit and Crypto.com have a greater share of the market than Coinbase, bro.
There you go.
Obviously, Binance being number one, 39.1%. And I'm just like,
I thought it would have been equal to Binance or around that. I thought they'll both be
Me
about
too.
30%.
Me too, 6.9%, bro.
So wait, you just trying to tell me that it's like a US exchange now, and everybody else has faded.
Away. I just say they're dying away as
This is
a
what happens, man. You don't innovate. You don't take things seriously.
Bro, you said it, bro. This is what happens when a man's trying to go on your platform to do the thing your platform is made to do, and you're telling me I can't do it. Like,
Exactly.
come on, bro.
Exactly.
So Ricardo, so you don't use Coinbase at all?
Of course I do, bro. I got a couple grand on Coinbase.
I don't.
Yeah, I got a couple grand in Coinbase.
I only off ramp on Coinbase.
Say again?
I only
exactly.
off ramp on Coinbase.
Exactly. Like, but see, let me go. Like right now, while you guys are talking, I'll go to my Coinbase and I have access to my Coinbase because listen, I check my shit every day.
Exactly. We use it a lot. It's Coinbase. Up in New York, Coinbase don't give me no problems. I'm in Atlanta, Coinbase gives me no problems.
I check my Coinbase portfolio more than I check my girlfriend, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, yo, when I say I got a couple grand, I got a couple multiple grand in the Coinbase. So it's like, for me, it's like, the reason why I use Coinbase a lot is because it's easy for me to pull out money. It's easy.
It is easy. I'll give it.
You know what I mean?
And if that's the only reason that it's still alive today because of its simplicity. If not for that, it'll probably be a lot lower than 6%.
Yeah. And then, exactly. You know what I mean? So, like you said, like, because of the meme coin super cycle, and obviously, you know how Coinbase have to be, I think where their market share started tailing up is when they went IPO. Because when you went IPO, there's a lot more scrutiny. There's a lot more compliance and rules like imposed on you. Like, you can't list Mundeng. Like, Mexi can, you know what I mean? Crow can, you know what I mean? Because, okay, Crow is actually one of the more, like, that's their thing. They like to, like, list the tokens.
I thought they did list Moonded.
They have this moon doing.
Well, Coinbase?
Nah, Crypto.com.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. But Crypto.com is more daring. You know what I mean?
Well,
but
I don't know
Coinbase,
if Coinbase has.
Coinbase just added Giga and Turbo. I think. Giga and Turbo.
Did they?
Yeah, they just had a Giga to I think during the whole flush out, they had a Giga. So they bought a bag of Giga. You know what I mean? So now Giga's now available on some places and thingy. So it's like, I think this is their role, guys. The moment that when the traditional route trying to be Web3 centralized finance, where like they're compliant, they're publicly listed, so they have more incentive to have to be compliant. They're not willing to take risk on some coin that it might be a scam, it might be a pump, it might be a pump and dump. So for me personally, I'd never had any issue with Coinbase. I know me, I on-ramp and off-ramp through it. I trade. I don't really trade in it. Sometimes most time, the things I own in Coinbase, I think I'm probably gonna sell towards the end of the bull run. But personally, for me, I'm hearing more of these rumblings, and then a lot of the reasons that Ricardo just mentioned as well. That's the reason why they say, oh, they're seeing a rise in activities on people relogging back into their accounts, and at the same time, there are some there's some steps they put in place to try and mitigate some hackers. Because you guys know this here, time and time and again during the bull market, what do we hear the most? Hackers hitting the lick, getting constant $1 million hacks, and then washing it and getting away with the money. So it's like, these are the characteristics of a bull run. So if you're still out there doubting this is a bull run, you're obviously crazy, man. Like, because this is when the hackers are excited. They're waiting on you to, you know what I mean? They will put alert, like, cool. He's live again. Let's fish him. So yeah, I don't know nothing about that, but what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, this happens. Like, you know, if you don't want to use Coinbase, don't use Coinbase. God, like, you know what I mean? It's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? What did you expect? You log up for 3 years, you log back in, and then there's issues logging back in. Like,
you know what the issue is for me? Like,
well,
there's, even if you did that on other exchanges, they'll probably prompt you to do certain things as well.
Yeah.
But they're a lot more efficient and a lot faster. You're not waiting 6 months. It'll be about 48 hours while they check your ID or whatever you need to do, and then you're back in. They could be a lot more efficient, and I understand they don't want stories of somebody logged back into my stuff from Coinbase.
But what does that sound like, bro? Regular traditional financial system, slow. Like, bro, the stock
slow,
market,
but
man,
you're not waiting 6 months to get back into your bank account.
No, of course, the bank account. That's separate. I think if I can't get into my bank account today, then that means that I'll be debanked because they think I'm doing crypto. So I'll be worried, like, what's going on. But at the end of the day, this is crypto we're talking about. People are not trying to hack your Barclays account. No one cares about your Barclays, bro. You probably got £2 in there, bro. No one cares about that. What they care about is your crypto wallet. How many Bitcoin you got? How many Ethereum you got? How many Solana do you have? How many can I take off you? So you can understand why there's a lot more. Bro, you know how these hackers are getting sophisticated, bro. Sora just came out the other day. Like, dude, now soon you're gonna be like these hackers are gonna be very sophisticated. You just gotta be careful, man.
No, it's true.
It's
true. And unfortunately, for those of you who wanted to be careful, you're no longer. You've been banned. You've been done. It's kalas. It's done. It's over. Pumpfun in the UK is banned. So if you're from the UK and you've been trying to log into Pumpfun, it prompts you to withdraw your balance from the official website, and you can no longer officially use it. But obviously, if you're like me and you're like many other people and you use a bot, you can obviously still use it. You just can't check the charts or the comments on the website. But what do you think of the FCA? Because I went on their official website and it says pump.fun, and then it was basically saying we have not allowed this website to, take place or whatever. So what do you guys make of that?
Here's the crazy thing. Okay, no, I think it was immediately after. But yeah, I think the FCA just clocked on that, people are shagging themselves in cages whilst people are putting money behind it. Now, and they said, bro, we're not even gonna allow this. But to be honest, the FCA has been very proactive recently. Quite a lot of influencers that are doing scams, like the copy me trading scams, and I don't want to name any names, but
nah, drop names, bro. Drop names. Expose them, bro.
Like DMO, that car dude. Now he's got his Lamborghini up for sale in Keeley.
You should cop that still.
I should, but it was 500 racks and it's got 12.5 max miles on it. That 12,500. You have Swiftly, who's his brethren. You have HS TikToky, who's like He was another guy that was been streaming and famous for it. All doing the same thing, and FCA are like, nah, you man can't run. And these are all dons that cut to Dubai, bro. It's long for them now, bro. So
They cut to Dubai.
They will cut to Dubai. They will been in Dubai for a little while. But
Oh, yeah,
there's an
Shadi was
extra
coppers,
so
man.
they're coming back, bro. They're coming back to pay these, innit? But I think in terms of Pump.Fun, yeah, I'm looking at the FCA guidelines, FCA regulations, looking at the exact page for them. And I think ultimately it's just a matter of they're gonna go away, Pump.Fun, because they have like a team of 20 people now. They're gonna go away and they're gonna do whatever they need to do to adhere to these rules. And bro, I've been through the FCA rules. It's rules like make sure that people understand that meme coin are speculative assets. Make sure that investors say that they are like accredited investors. And yeah, they'll get less people, but people are just gonna lie through the form. I know a bunch of people that have lied through the forms on crypto Coinbase.
Do you think they'll even bother to? Sorry to cut you off. Do you think they'll even bother to go through that compliance, or do you think it was just less headache for them just to ban it?
I think they'll do it.
Why?
Why not?
Bro,
Why not? They have number
they've
three.
recently, bro, I told you, man, in our private chat, but they've recently got funding. They recently got VC funding, which I find bizarre because their revenue online is like over
crazy.
$270 million this year. So I have no idea why they went to the market to raise funds. They gone to the market to raise.
It's more than money. It's more than money. It's probably
It is more than money.
definitely more than money. More than money.
So they've raised some funds. They want to be now a proper company per se. They're building out more product. They have a long-term vision. They have external people invested into that vision. It's like initially, before I was told all of this, I thought these guys are going to be in it for the bull run and out of it for the bear market. But it sounds like they want to be in it. It sounds like they want to be in it for the bear market. So yeah, I think just because of like that, they're just going to adhere to the rules that they need to adhere to. And because at the end of the day, bro, it's not going to be that much work for them. Like they have revenue, they have people. Bearing in mind they're hiring like 20 engineers, which is obscene. So they have capacity and they have resources, but it's not that hard, bro. Like it will probably take a month maybe to get everything in. Obviously, if they come to me, I'll get it done in a week. But normally, like it will take them like a month to do all the work that they need to make sure that they're FCA compliant, and then they'll be back at it, bro. Like things will change. They'll probably start allowing you to buy like Bitcoin. They'll probably go down the route of a centralized exchange, because bro, they had numbers, bro. Like Pump.Fun had fucking numbers, not just from the UK, like around the world. So I reckon, yeah.
Yeah, man, because they billions and millions.
Drops.
Yeah, they make hundreds of millions a month, and it'll only increase. The more and more deeper and deeper we get into the bull market. So yeah, it's interesting. Like for me, just to speak on the ban, I think that the FCA should just mind their business, man. Like, what are you doing?
Nah.
People want to be in meme coins. People want to be exposed to the market. Just let people do what people do, man. Now, obviously, I understand people need to be protected, yada, 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 yada. But at the end of the day, if I want to spend my money on meme coins, let me spend my money on meme coins. You're not banning the national lottery, are you? You're not banning.
No, they're not.
gambling shops.
Do you know why? Because it's regulated. Because basically, if you win a lottery today, you're paying tax on that. You're paying tax on that.
Well, talk the truth then. You say we want the
mean?
bag. Exactly. We're trying to protect you. Don't lie to me.
So what's the easiest way to get their attention? You still fuck with their money, and that's exactly what they're doing. So Pump.Fun, like Ricardo just said, they're gonna not get serious, get compliant, get FCA compliant, make sure they have all their ducks in a row, and then yeah, like this was a no-brainer. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, but I did think it was a little bit extreme because it's an equal reaction to what happened during that crazy meta where like things got really weird. And if you guys know about it, yeah, there's only one brand, and I'm sorry to say this, and I love Naji. I love him. I got a lot for Andrew Tate, but he started this whole crap. You know what I mean? You went on the stream. You know when he was talking about, we're gonna burn, we're gonna pump the token, we're gonna make some people rich. Pumped his own token, pumped his tokens already in, had his team dump. And people looked at this and were like, yo, we might not be as famous or be a B-list celebrity as he is, but we can do the same thing. We just have to be more desperate. So what did they do? Start going in cages, lock themselves up, started threatening to kill fishes online. We had someone in the States doing a live crime like it's GTA, bro. Come on. This was, you know how UK is. You kids don't like to take too much risk. They don't want that insanity linking up into this punt. So this is also equal reaction to what we saw. So yeah.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And with that, we will see you in the next one. Peace.